Is your profit and loss statement been bleeding red for far too long and your cash reserves on their final fumes? Is the stress of the reality of your cash flow making the creativity to try to grow your business and increase your revenue almost impossible? If so, you're not alone. That's why today we're talking about cash injection strategies, the 3 secrets to boost your bottom line instantly. Welcome to the HaltingWinter Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Man, would you take a moment, if you're listening or if you're watching today on our YouTube channel, would you subscribe to our podcast? Would you leave a comment, like a post, leave a rating, 5-star review so others can hear about us, others can gain the same insights that you're hearing today so we can all help our businesses soar higher, farther, and faster. Let's dive into the topic today. What do we do when we need to boost cash flow and get our numbers back in the black? There are 3 things as I have worked with business over the last few years and needed to increase cash flow, needed to wake kind of things up to get things going. These are things that I think work. Not only do they work, they instantly tell us what actually works best about our business. And that can help us get confidence, help us reset things. And that's what we want to do today. We want to give us the realities, the simple truths that sometimes are hard to see just because, again, when you're a business owner, you got so many things going on. And there's a tendency when cash is tight, when we've come through a season that for some reason, right, maybe it was we just went through a pandemic that threw a wrench in the normality of things. Whenever kind of things happen in the world and they make unnormal things a reality, we have to adjust. And sometimes that means we have to go. And this is why it's good to have cash flow. It's good to have, it's good to have cash reserves so that we have something to dip into when abnormalities occur. But here's the thing. Sometimes when those abnormalities occur, sometimes when we need cash, what we do is we think now's the time to be unique. It's time to be special. It's time to be creative. Let me tell you, that's the opposite. It is not the time to be creative. It's the time to actually do what has worked. Now, we have to be careful. If you're trying to reach back 10 years ago to what's worked, that's not reality. But something recently, the reason your business is alive should be because something recently in the distant past has worked. And so that's what we need to drill down on. What has worked? And here's the process and how I try to figure out what has worked recently and maybe just what needs a fine tuning. Here's the 3 things. Here's the 3 things in order. Number 1, you need to identify your best product. And there are a few questions you can ask. Number 1, 3 questions. What is the most popular of our products? What do people love that we offer? What sells the most numbers? What has the most positive reviews, right? Do a little research and look at what is your most popular product, okay? Now, question number 2, what is your most profitable product? There's a difference. Now, this could be the same thing, but it might not be the same thing. Your most popular product might be an entry gate into your other products, which actually may be more profitable. So, what's our most popular product? What is our most profitable product, popular and profitable? And then the third question is, what can you actually deliver on? And what I mean by that is, again, there's so many industries, and so I want to be careful here to think through what can you close a sale on. Right now, you might not have the inventory, but you may be able to give them the inventory, and that may be fine. They may be okay with that in a sale. You may, if you offer services, whether that's coaching or bookkeeping or design or whatever you offer, you might have to, maybe you offer, again, a tangible construction or window gutter cleaning or a manufacturing a product. There may be a timeline for them to get that, but can you actually put them in the queue and give them a date when it's going to be, right? You can't just, if there's no ability to deliver or there's no clarity on your part, it's going to be hard to take the next steps, as you'll see as we unpack this. It'll be hard to get momentum because you're unable to deliver that. You're unable to give them a date and to create urgency to them to act now. So I think there is that. The third question, what can you deliver instantly, is not quite as important as the first two, but it will have an impact, and you'll see this in just a minute. So what's your most popular? What do people love? What are all the 5-star reviews that you can capitalize on? You'll see how we're going to use that in the marketing strategy. What's your most popular and what's your most profitable? Remember, we need cash. We don't need to just pitch our most popular product and make pennies, right? We've got to infuse cash. So what have you ever heard of a Venn diagram, right? You got two circles and they have an overlap area on them. What is the overlap? Your most popular and your most profitable, okay? Identify your best product. Number 2, then, once you know what is your most profitable, what is your most popular, and what is your most profitable, and those might be the same, good on you if they are. They might be different, and that's okay. We're going to still use that. Number 2, create a marketing strategy in light of this. So now we're going to, why do we want the most popular product? Because we're going to tap all the reviews. We're going to let people speak for us. We're going to allow our raving fans to be our biggest promoters, okay? So we want to have our marketing work done for us by already our customers. So we want to tap into those reviews. And maybe you need to go get some. I think this is one of the weak areas of most business owners is they will market, they will sell, they will deliver, and then they will forget to get a review. They will forget to capture in the moment of that excitement, that customer's right energy and all of their raving right delight in your service, in your product. And so that's one of the things I want to encourage you. How do you capture at the moment of their highest excitement? Usually, if you let's say you're a designer, okay, and you are doing a project with a customer, you don't just want to wait until you deliver the final draft and hand them over the assets. In fact, there will probably be moments during the design process, when you present to them maybe a draft or a second draft or even a final draft before you actually deliver the assets, there'll be a moment there where their mind is going to be blown, where they're just going to be like, I couldn't even imagine that this is us, and now this is us, and this is awesome. You want to capture that right there. You not only want to capture that review and say, hey, would you just take a minute and can I record our screen grab? Maybe you're on a Zoom call together, or if you're live in person, can I just video record what you're saying right now? Can you just, again, articulate that energy again, so I can have not only the words, but I can have a quick video. Again, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be professional in some studio. Just capture it, because even the words you'll be able to use in posts, in other collateral. Capture that. And then let me also encourage you, let me double down on something. Also, when you capture that mountaintop experience of their wow, encourage them, ask them, hey, is there anyone that you know that I could give the same experience you're having now with my services? Is there anyone you know that could benefit from what I'm helping you experience right now? Like, yes, I want it, because remember, if you go to a fancy restaurant and have just an amazing meal, an amazing experience, and then 3 weeks after that, the restaurant calls and goes, how was your experience? You're like, man, it was awesome. But you can't remember, right? It's blurred by all the events that have happened since then. It's going to be more muddy. It's going to be, and then if you're like, hey, we'll tell your friends, okay, yeah, that'd be great. And you know you won't, because you're off the mountaintop experience. It's still maybe a faded memory, and still there's some nostalgia and there's some delight there, and you want to go back sometime, but it's not fresh. It's not momentum. When you leave that restaurant, when you are right checking out or paying your bill, or that's the time to say, man, you know what we do? If you get on to Yelp right now and leave a review, if you make a social media post and tag us in it, we will give you 5% off your bill, right? There's some creativity, because you want to get them at the mountaintop experience where they're just boasting about how rave and awesome it is, and they're tagging pictures and they're tagging you, and like, be creative. That marketing is way better than anything else you ever get. People's reviews. And so again, tap all those reviews. Hopefully you've collected these, and now you're able to now create a strategy to use those. So we have these reviews. That's going to be one core element of our marketing strategy. And then there are a few more. Number 2, create scarcity, right? This is a limited time offer. There are limited spots. There are a limited number of products. There's a limited number of spaces for us to serve, a limited number of customers for this special, for this moment, for this new program, for this, whatever it is, right? You've got the most popular, it's the most profitable product. You are now creating some kind of deliverable that has two things: scarcity, and number two, it has urgency. Not only is it scarcity, it's limited by time, limited by spots, limited by quantity. Now we create urgency. It's closing soon. There's a countdown. Here's the start date. You've got to be in by here. You can only do it this weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend, and it's only available this weekend. Right? How are you creating scarcity and urgency? That's one of the issues, I think, when you start to get low on cash. You do two things real wrong. You do two things that actually work against you. Number one, you try to hit everyone because you're like, man, I've got to, we just need to get some customers. And so you try to go after everyone, and by default, you go after no one because your message is so broad, it's so general, it's so vague, because you're trying to be something to all people that no one hears it. You've got to trust either your gut, or if your gut isn't telling you this, then you need to trust wisdom. And wisdom says, if you want to make cash, if you want to instantly boost your bottom line, go after one particular person, narrow them down so intensely, so fine-tunedly, create the Michelangelo statue of refined perfection. Don't market towards a marble block. Market towards that distinct, perfect sculpture that's been created. Get to know that customer so that when you speak, it hits them right between the eyes and they say, they're talking to me. This product is for me. I have to respond now because there's scarcity and urgency, and I have this problem and I need that solution, and let's go. That's what you need to do now. It's not the time for general. It's not the time to do the power bait and try to fish for all the fish in the sea. It's not going to catch you anything. So we need real cash, which means we got to use our reviews so that we're not desperately trying to speak ourselves. We're using all the weight of our customers who are raving fans. We are creating scarcity and urgency. And number 4, within our marketing strategy, we need a clear call to action. Do this one thing. This is the one step. Go to this website, go here, book your call, do this, right? It's one action. It's not 3 possibilities. It's not soft. It's not, you might do this, or you can do this, or this is an opportunity. It's like, do it. Book your call right now. Go here ASAP. Do this, right? It's got to be a clear call to action with urgency and that message of scarcity. Okay, so you have identify your best product via popularity and profitability. Number 2, create a marketing strategy that has the power of your reviews. That's why it needs to be a popular product. You have the power of people pushing it. You have scarcity, urgency, and a clear call to action. Do one thing. You take one step right now. Now, the final thing, the third secret, identify the best product, marketing strategy. Number 3, create a sales strategy. Now that they've done the one thing and they're either coming into the showroom, they're either booking a call to talk with a salesperson to clarify and make the sale, whatever they're doing. Now, here's what we need to do for the sales strategy. We need to know exactly what problem our product is solving for that customer. Why do you need to know this? Because in that sales call, you are going to buckle down on that problem. You're going to say, hey, the reason you're calling today is our marketing. We told you a product, and in that review, it should speak on, man, I was this, and now with this product or with this service, I'm this. I was this. I was stressed out, right? What was the problem experience? I was stressed. I was tired. I was exhausted. I was lacking in joy. I was something negative, and now by your product or your service, I've experienced heaven. I was in hell, and now I'm in heaven. Those are the reviews you're looking for. And your marketing strategy should talk to that. It should point towards, this is where people were. This is where you can be. So you're targeting a specific audience that has that problem. And now in the sales strategy, you're going to double down. You're going to say, man, you have this problem. Yes, I have. No, I don't really have that problem. Okay, well, this sales call is going to be real short then because I don't have time because you're probably not our target audience and I don't want to waste a bunch of time for a no sale. So I'm going to do a shorter sales for that. If they say, yes, that is my problem, that's why I'm on the phone today. Great. Tell me about that problem. Let's dive into that problem and make you feel it, because here's the thing. They need to feel the weight of that problem so that then they're going to feel the joy. They're going to want to purchase. I need them to want to purchase. I don't want to get into a ton of objections because they don't think their problem is real. Their problem is real. That's why they're on the phone. So exasperate that problem in order to make them feel the reality of their situation that needs to be solved. Then I pitch the product as the solution. This is the solve. That's why, again, this isn't some manipulated thing. I believe that my product solves issues, right? I meet with business owners every week who are not, their businesses are going backwards. They are not growing. They have internal unhealth in their organization, no momentum really with their employees. They've got quiet quitting and burnout. They've got issues internally. They've got issues externally. They're spending lots of money on marketing, on sales strategies, etc. And they're going backwards in revenue. And they know they should be growing. They know that they should be. And so they come to me, and this is the problem. It's like, okay, well, this is a solvable problem. Business is not that hard. It's actually quite simple. The problem is we make it complex. We bring complexities because of our emotional attachment, because of our clouded thinking, because of the stress that happens inside of it. And so we make things that are simple complex. That's my job, is to strip away complexity to make things simple so that they can begin to thrive, right? Let's get rid of the weeds. Let's bring in some fertilizer and let's grow this thing. So I need to reveal the reality of their problem. That's why I press into it and to say, how bad is this problem? Do you really want to change? Because here's the other thing. I don't want people in my program that are like, I kind of want to grow. We'll think about it. And then they kind of, half-ass everything. I don't want that, because I actually want to be successful. I want to help people. I want to actually have a good resume of doubling businesses' revenue. I can't do that if I'm getting weak and unmotivated business owners. So I want to make sure that they really believe this is a problem and it has to be solved. I want to exasperate that problem to really see how bad they want to change it. Then I pitch the product. Here's my product. Here's the service. Let's go. This is going to solve your problem. And then I invite them to invest in that solution. I do not tell them this is the cost, this is the price. I say, do you want to solve that problem? This is the investment it will take to get you to where you want to be. That investment, is always going to, that investment, let's say the investment is $10,000. If the investment is $10,000, then you should be getting $100,000 plus in return. In fact, most of my businesses get 100% return, right? We're trying to go from 500,000 to $1 million. We're trying to go from $1 million to $5 million. So I want them to see, remember, the cost is not a cost. It's an investment. We invest in things that grow. We invest in things that have a return on investment, and that return on investment should be high. And so remember, we're not, don't see it as a cost that now I got to spend money. Yes, you have to spend money to make money. That's a reality. You got to invest money, though. It's an investment. And so think about that. Think about how are you pitching your product as a solution to a problem that is an investment for them to give them what they truly want, what they deeply desire. Okay, there it is. 3 secrets. I don't know if they're real secrets, but maybe that I wooed you and got you in, right? They're actually really simple solutions. Identify your best product. What's the most popular? What's the most profitable? If your most popular isn't your most profitable, then figure out how to pitch your most popular in a way that leads to your most profitable, right? So for instance, if you had let's say you had a membership program where that it's your most popular, it's $100 a month or something. And so it's your most popular, but your high-end program, which is $1,000 a month or more, that's your most profitable. So what you say maybe is, hey, I'm doing a special where you come in at 100. I'm offering the first 15 days for you to experience the actually $1,000 program. And so that's what we want. We want you to experience this. And so come in and experience a $1,000 program. I think you'll see the $100 program, or maybe that's who you're pitching to. Actually, you go to your most popular product, those people in your base membership, and you go, for 15 days, we're going to open up the doors and have you experience our $1,000 program, because I think there's many of you that this would be a fit for. So apply today to be one of the 5 we allow, one of the 10 we allow, one of the whatever, right? And make it scarce so that it's not just anyone can do it. No, we're going to actually, we can't do this for everyone because it would bankrupt us. What we can do is choose 10 of you to experience that. And you just, right? Hopefully you just gain $10,000 a month in service. You get to choose out of those, and right, who has the biggest problem, what problem can you solve, and who would be a good fit for that program. Man, hopefully you get 30, 40 applications and you choose 10 out of that. If you have, right, the most popular program being a good number of people in it. So anyway, here's the thing. This is a little different for each of you in your particular industry. So maybe you need help. Maybe you say, hey, this has really got me thinking about my products, about then the marketing strategy, scarcity and urgency, and thinking about then a sales strategy to close those sales. You're really making me think here, but I don't know how to put this all together. Like, I can think about it, but I need help. I need the actual strategy. I would love to chat. In fact, it's something I would offer is a half-day workshop called the Cash Infusion Strategy, where we actually walk through these 3 things and we actually build a program for you then to go install into your business. And so if you're interested in that, hit me up. You can go to HaltingWinter.com. You can go to SethWinterHalter.com. You can go to any of the social media and click on the book a call or audit review or whatever it is, and set up a call with me and let's chat. If that would be a help to you, if you're like, man, I need a cash infusion, I need to really push through and to get out of the red, this is a great workshop that will help you do that. And I think you would see the benefit of it. And I'd still want to talk to you and make sure, right? I want to hear, what your products are. I'd want to do an assessment, a quick 30, 60-minute assessment to see if my workshop would actually help you. But I think it could be a great help to get you going in the right direction. Because again, if you don't have cash, if you're bleeding out cash, you're just so stressed. You're overwhelmed, and you need something to get you not only some cash momentum, but just some mental momentum to go, oh, that's right. Like, people love us. We have customers. We are serving people. We are solving problems with our solution, with our products. We just needed we need a confidence builder. And that's what I think this is. So it's one of the things too, we do in light of Small Biz Flight School. So Small Business Flight School it's a 6-month program designed to do things like this. It's one of the elements. If you come into the program and you're like, man, we're hurting for cash, this is the very first thing we do, is how can we do a cash infusion strategy before we even dig into the weeds of fine-tuning the 6 parts of your business. We need to actually give you some wins. We need to give you some momentum. So this is one of the things that we do. And so if that's of interest to you, go to smallbizflightschool.com. Would love to have a chat with you. Apply today and see if you would be one of the businesses that we bring into the program in the month of May. We have limited seats available, and so we'd love to have you a part of that if we could actually double your revenue over the next year ahead. So again, let's go back. Let's take action. Let's, number 1, identify your best product. Number 2, create a marketing strategy with scarcity, urgency, and a clear call to action. Number 3, let's create a sales strategy that actually closes sales. And so keep it simple, make it scarce and urgent, close the sale, solving your customer's problem with your amazing solution, okay? Let's tune in next week as we continue giving you insights, giving you ideas of how to get out of the weeds, to get off the runway and soaring higher than ever before with your business and your life. Until next time.